Hi, this is Tor Hyams, and I have with me the founder of Lollapalooza, Mr. Perry Farrell.
Hi, kids.
We're here to announce the 2010 lineup for Kidzapalooza. That's this summer, August 6th through 8th. Moms and dads, if your child is 10 or under, they get in free.
And so if you have kids that are, 12 to 14-year-old, don't have facial hair yet, see what you can do. Maybe we can sneak them in. Tell us that they're 10.
It'll work. Well, we're very excited because we finally have the much anticipated lineup for 2010 for the Kidzapalooza stage, and we're here to tell you band number 1,
Recess Monkey.
Yes. They're actually a really cool band from Seattle. They're coming all the way to Chicago. They're very psyched.
It is a staple in the rock scene to have some Seattle vibe.
That's right. From Chicago, this is really cool. They're called the Happiness Club, and the Happiness Club is a group of inner city youths who are taking their after school time and making music and dancing, and they're ridiculously good.
Really?
Yeah. No, seriously, I've seen it. Next is
the Candy Band.
Yay!
They rock out. They're old school rockers.
Old school.
That became moms and just couldn't stop rocking.
That's pretty much the deal. I'm going to say this one because I always say it wrong, but I got the correct pronunciation now. It's Rocknocerous.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're from Washington, D.C. I mean, it's just funny.
For all the moms and dads out there that are coming with their kids, do you remember the Del Fuegos from the 80s? Dan Zane was their leader and decided to get into kids music early on. He's like one of the founding fathers of the kids music movement, right?
He really is. He's like a trailblazer. He's playing with the Chicago Youth Symphony Orchestra.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And then, you know these guys, right?
Verve Pipe?
Yeah.
They're actually playing the kids stage.
They used to be a grown-up band, obviously,
yeah.
and they still are, but they've done this kids project, and they don't do what a lot of like I've seen grown-up bands do in other cases where there's kids around. They don't kind of like, oh boy, here are the kids. They're
like Mr. Crab is coming out of the sea.
Right.
It's songs that are beautiful that a child digests, feels important and adult about.
Correct.
Although they're children.
Exactly. The next band is Tim and the Space Cadets, and they're out of New York, out of Brooklyn.
Cool.
And they're just great power rock.
Brooklyn's making some great music these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you've seen these guys before. They do our hip hop workshop every year. The Q Brothers.
Right.
And they're going to be rapping.
Right on.
As they do. And we like a little hip hop. And then of course your old bandmate,
Pete Stefano,
and myself. We always do a set. We're going to do some classic rock, some punk rock, all sorts of rock.
Good.
But the cool thing about what Pete and I do is we never rehearse. We just decide like about a half hour before what song. It's dangerous, but we live.
But that's Pete Stefano.
That's sure it is.
He's a man of danger.
He is, and he scares me sometimes.
As you shall hear.
Every year we have a bunch of special guests. Perry has played every single year. He'll play again this year, yes?
Absolutely.
Yes. So Perry's played every year, and he's kind of started a movement. And this year, we're very fortunate to have some very special guests that we know about ahead of time. Because usually it's very last minute.
Yes,
right.
They just show up.
They just show up and play, which is cool. But this year, we are very fortunate to have the new number 2. They played Lolla last year, right?
They actually played Lollapalooza for the first time last year. So this year he's come and said he wants to come hang with us and he wants to do the kids stage.
It's amazing.
That's great.
You made a very good impression.
There's a handful of women that you could call queens of rock and roll. This next woman is absolutely one of those queens. One of the most badass female vocalists to come out in the last 20 years. Chrissie Hynde of the Pretenders is actually going to be gracing our stage, Kidzapalooza.
JP, Chrissie, and the Fairground Boys.
JP, Chrissie, and Fairground Boys.
So that's there it is. From the horse's mouth. That is the Kidzapalooza 2010 lineup. The cool thing about what we've started here is that it's a really spontaneous stage. Almost anything can happen. I barely know what Perry's going to play until about an hour before that day. Yeah. And anything can happen, and anything does happen. But in the meantime, we thank you. We can't wait to see you in Chicago this summer, August 6th through 8th. Remember, kids 10 and under getting free. and come and say hello to Perry and me. We'd love to see you.
Kisses and hugs. Put your own clothes on. Finish your dinner.
Good night. Goodbye.
Bye.
Good luck.